I'm calling out all the parents. If you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet. 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you.
I'm your professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw the clip. It goes on longer and longer, and that's when she actually talks about the 5-year-olds. They want to listen to Pound Town, which is, they 5. What you doing playing that, right? Now, she's 22, ballet teacher, as she said. Here's the issue. See, young ladies like this, they gonna get married early. They gonna find somebody that got some sense, and them two gonna wind up getting engaged, getting married, having kids, and getting away from people, the type of people that she's trying to teach. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because young women like this really have learned a lesson in the sisterhood. Like, wait a minute. This bad behavior ain't coming from dad. This bad behavior is coming from mom. Because now you got mom with a little daughter. Think about it, a black woman. And I'm sure, all the kids ain't black. I'm sure of that. Because it's ballet. That's got to be a mixed crowd. But with the Pound Town, I'm guessing she's talking about somebody black or Hispanic, 9 times out of 10. Sometimes white, but they got the hood rats too. But the kids running around and throwing stuff at 5, that's 5-year-olds. I get that. That's 5-year-olds. But because of all the other bad attitude that goes along with it, you're like, nah, these out of pocket 5-year-olds. They don't know how to do nothing. And we're going to take this a step further. This young lady is seeing something like, oh, I'm trying to teach these little girls elegance and grace, and y'all brought y'all daughters to me so I could teach them elegance and grace in ballet, but you brought them to me after you didn't, then gave them all Thought 101 logic and movement. So you're teaching your 5-year-old to basically be a stripper and a twerker, and you're taking them ballet, but they don't know how to shut it off because they go back home with you and you out of pocket. You don't have no elegance and grace. So how you going to teach it to your daughter? You going to pay the lady to do it, but the lady can't do it because you don't enforce any of the rules. Because you just as crazy as your crazy child or children. So here's the thing. I talked about this a while ago where I said, there comes a point where young women start realizing that all the things that have been said about the men for all these years about guys being toxic and just doling out trauma to every woman alive, they start looking at the situation and go, wait a minute, the sisterhood ain't, no. Something going on with the sisterhood right now. And they starting to see it, and you see it over and over and over and over again. So now you start asking questions. And not even to the family, because if she says, I'm trying to talk to the parents and the parents are enabling and backing up this bad behavior, you already know what's going on. So then you gotta take it a step further. You gotta not even ask another question. You gotta go, okay, all right, I see what we doing today. It's all drama all the time. Understood. It's all BS all the time. Understood. You're not bringing them here to better them. You're bringing them here to act like you're doing something for them, but you just throwing them off on somebody to babysit them for a little bit of time. And you can say in the future, I put you in ballet. I tried to get you cultured. Or you put them in ballet while you had them doing the whole Megan Thee Stallion Cardi B twerk routine in the house at 5 years old. And then you dropped them off at ballet and was like, it ain't my fault that they act crazy or they act like mini strippers. Well, whose fault is it? See, that's the lady got to go, well, whose fault? Well, you was playing Pound Town to a 5-year-old. Like, think about when that 5-year-old turns 12. What's going to happen? Oh, you're going to be a grandmother. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right before she get to high school, or right when she in high school, hey, grandma. And it's like, what? What? Where did that come from? You. And the reason I think about this is because, like, when you go to daycares, like, they'll use the radio music to teach the kids because, kids like learning with music. So they use modern music. But what becomes the issue is what happens when the parents, for the most part, all listen to the hood music. Now you teaching the kids with hood music because you hear the cars coming in when they drop the kids off. Like, you probably shouldn't be playing that with your kid in the car. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Kill him, shoot him, get these dope. Get him, shoot him, get that dope. Sell it dope. Crack. I got ops. Shoot everybody, ops. It's like, kid 5. Now she trying to teach the ABCs, just doing money bag, yo, and Lil Durk. Like, it's like the other teacher y'all saw doing what is that, Sexy Red, teaching the kids going, ski. It was like, oh, Lord. Okay. You know this is going downhill, right? You know this is going downhill, don't you? And then you got to ask the question, like, because a lot of people don't know this in general, but music stays in your subconscious longer than imagery, television, movies, da. So you keep giving this type of music to little kids. That's what's going to develop their brain in their sleep. That's what they're hearing in their head when they sleep. So now you like, well, how these kids on demon time? See, a lot of the parents don't want to take credit for what were you listening to when they was a kid and growing up. What were you doing when they was a kid? See, a lot of y'all want to play all the dope boy, killer, prostitute music, drink, smoke, and do the most in front of your kids when they're 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then when they just start becoming preteens and teenagers, they completely wilding out of pocket. You act surprised. I don't know what happened to this kid. These kids is crazy. No, they're normal. You think they're crazy, but they're normal because you've normalized what you think is crazy now because you got to deal with it. But it was fun when you was teaching them how to cuss. She was laughing. It was fun when you had them dancing all that crazy music. It was fun when you had them, not even dancing, running around like they was gonna kill somebody to the music. It was fun when you had them, giving people the middle finger and throwing up gang signs. It was fun. It was fun until you realize, oh, this is gonna be bad, and then you're trying to get a countdown so they can be grown, so they don't get arrested at your house, even though you taught them all this bad behavior. It's silly, man. But I'm going to leave it at that. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm going to take you.